What if everything you were taught about Africa was a lie? Imagine a continent erased from history, its empires vanished, its scholars forgotten. This is not fiction. This is the story of what schools never taught you. In the 14th century, one man walked into Cairo with so much gold, he crashed the market for over a decade. Musa, ruler of the Mali Empire, was the richest man in history, yet his name is barely a footnote in Western textbooks. His empire spanned thousands of miles, with cities like Timbuktu housing universities that held more knowledge than all of Europe combined. Over 700,000 manuscripts filled its libraries, covering astronomy, medicine, and law. But where are these stories today? They were systematically erased. In 1884, European powers gathered in Berlin to carve up Africa like a cake. Education was their weapon. Colonial schools taught African children to forget their own history, to speak only the language of their oppressors, and to see their ancestors as savages. But the truth was buried, not destroyed. The Mandan Charter, written in 1236, was one of the world's first constitutions, guaranteeing human rights centuries before Europe. West Africans mastered iron smelting by 700 BC, shaping tools and weapons while Europe was still in the Bronze Age. The Ishango bone, dating back to 6500 BC, is the oldest mathematical artifact ever found, proving Africa was the cradle of science. Yet these facts were hidden. Why? Because history is written by the victors. When Ghana became the first sub-Saharan nation to gain independence in 1957, it was a beacon of hope. Leaders like Kwame Nkrumah and Patrice Lumumba fought for a united Africa, free from colonial rule. But their visions were cut short. Lumumba was assassinated with Western backing, his legacy suppressed. Even in America, the Tulsa Massacre of 1921 destroyed Black Wall Street, a thriving African-American economic hub. These stories were erased from textbooks, replaced with myths of African inferiority. Today, a movement is rising. Scholars are reclaiming Timbuktu's manuscripts, digitizing pages that survived centuries of destruction. African nations are rewriting curricula, teaching children their true heritage. The lie that Africa had no history is crumbling. Because history is not just about the past. It's about who we are. And Africa's story is only beginning.